The Santa Fe Opera is a brilliant vision made gloriously real. With the Jemez Mountains to the west and the Sangre de Cristo Mountains to the east, the Santa Fe Opera commands a panorama of breathtaking scenery. Beneath its iconic roof, singers, artists, technicians, and administrators have come together for 60 years to produce work at the highest level of excellence. Befitting an institution that has thrilled audiences from around the world, the history of the opera itself is filled with the sorts of twists and turns that could rival any librettist's greatest work. The Santa Fe Opera exists thanks to one man, John O'Hay Crosby. Crosby came to New Mexico as an adolescent and quickly fell in love with the region's mountains, mesas, and climate, as well as Santa Fe's storied history and artistic riches. When the young musician later conceived the idea of his own opera company in the mid-1950s, Santa Fe was the obvious choice. From the unlikeliest of beginnings, an opera company located hundreds of miles from any major city, the Santa Fe Opera was born July 3, 1957, with a performance of Puccini's Madame Butterfly. The 30-year-old Crosby was on the podium. From the first, the Santa Fe Opera placed contemporary works and premieres side by side with standard repertory, and the audience responded with full houses, production after production, night after night, year after year. An apprentice program for young singers making their transition from academic to professional life began with the founding of the company, and a similar program for theater technicians began in 1965. The company's luster was burnished by the support of acclaimed composer Igor Stravinsky, whose gift of global affirmation gave the company an important validation. Then came the night of July 26, 1967. At 3 a.m. following the American premiere of Paul Hindemith's Cardillac, John Crosby was awakened by the company's technical director. The theater was racked by a blaze of still unknown origin. In a matter of hours, the entire structure was razed. John Crosby could only watch as his dream crackled into ruin. Could he and his team rebuild? Or was this to be the end? Miraculous as it may seem, the Santa Fe Opera not only survived, it thrived. With the help of the entire Santa Fe community, the theater was rebuilt in less than a year. A marvelous statement of belief in artistic possibilities, the alluring new structure served the company for nearly 30 years until the current grand roofed house opened in 1998. Finally, in 2001, Crosby was succeeded by a man with a rich history with the company, Richard Gaddis, a charismatic fundraiser and an astute programmer. During Gaddis's tenure, the Santa Fe Opera continued Crosby's legacy of programming significant commissioned pieces and world and American premieres. But what and who would guide it next? Charles Mackay took the helm October 1st, 2008. A native New Mexican, his history here began when he was 15, working first as a parking lot attendant, then a pit boy, a French hornist in the orchestra, and later as business manager. Under his hand, the organization continues to build upon the high standards established by Crosby and nurtured by Gaddis. Its many honors and triumphs include a 2015 International Opera Award for the world premiere of Cold Mountain. So what does the future hold? The exploration of great established works, the introduction of new and stunning repertoire and premieres, an unsurpassable attention to artistic and administrative detail, and above all, a commitment to quality. All of this success could not be possible without the support of the founders of the company, who have stood by us since the beginning, as well as new members of the operatic family who join us every year. Together, we create and maintain artistic work at the highest level. For we are the Santa Fe Opera.